when I'm going to actually create a painting, the first thing I do to prep a canvas is literally put down some gesso. So just lay a couple of base layers, regardless of if the canvas has been primed or not. I always like to just put an extra couple of layers on, just so that you're working on a good foundation. And I usually use Liquitex, where is it? Oh, here we go. There's only got the small bottle here, but this is the bad boy you're looking for. When you go for it, a couple of coats of that, and then you're pretty much good to go. It takes about a couple of hours to dry, and then you can reapply the next layer. If I'm doing paintings in oil paints, I use Winsor & Newton. If I'm doing an acrylic painting, I would use Liquitex. You can also use a painting brand called Golden as well, because they're like the best 2 quality paints that you can use. But personally, I'm a big fan because you get quite vivid colours when it comes to Liquitex and their acrylics. They come up really nice. A lot of pigment in all of their paints, so it's a good brand to go for. In terms of canvases, in the beginning stages, used basically Hobbycraft canvases only. Great, good enough quality to be able to get you started, and plus they're not that expensive, so if you make a mistake, it's not the end of the world to go and get a new one. Plus, yeah, at the moment they tend to have like literally all of the sizes in stock as well. I mean, I'm sounding like an ad for them, but honestly, for the first, what was it, kind of 2-3 years, I was using their canvases before I kind of maybe used a bit more of a premium material, but these starting out are like literally, yeah, literally fine. But yeah, like I said, these do come primed, but I would still put that couple of layers of gesso on just to kind of really get that painting ready and sealed in, so that you can get going on your piece. So with my paintings that I usually do, I usually paint in black and white, and so I use lamp black, which is like a you can see all my yellow hands. Lamp black, which is like kind of a cooler black than an ivory black. An ivory black's a bit more, how do I say it? It's a bit more browny, if that makes sense, in kind of colour. Whereas this is a lot cooler, a lot stronger black. And then for the white, I use titanium white. Here we go. So this bad boy. So I will use titanium white. And then I often use a bit of sandal. So when I'm mixing paints together, I will put this onto the palette, these two, black and white, and then I'll tend to mix it with sandal. And so basically, again, excuse the yellow hand, it's basically like a thinner, usually for cleaning brushes and stuff. But what it does, it helps thin down the paint so that when blending it together, it makes it a lot easier. Weirdly, I'm really particular about a brush, and there's one particular brush that I like, which is this one, but it comes in a pack, which is very annoying. But see this one here on the far right hand side, because it's got that kind of like what is it, it's kind of like tapered edge. It means that you can, like, really helps to like blend things, whereas the flatheads, the other ones that are here, they're too, you can see when you, the way that I blend paints, you can really see the kind of marks in the paint, which I don't necessarily like. So this is the one that we want. Even just looking at here, like some of these paints are like, for a small tube, is like $12.50, $13.50, and I know for a lot of artists out there, like that is quite expensive, especially if you need to buy like 5 or 6 colours for a painting. Do you know what I mean? On the low side sometimes. So I would always, when you're selling your pieces, like include that into your price sort of thing, so that at least at the very minimum your kind of base cost is covered. So that's the way I'd be thinking about it if I was just starting out. I mean, to give you an idea, for the most part, like a painting, just in material costs alone, will cost roughly just over £100. So you've got about 40-50 quid for the canvas. Paints usually is about 60-ish pounds. And then I tend to have my paintings framed, which is about £110. So just over £200-ish is kind of what a painting would cost.